Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Etherbios Clinic and Etherbios Yoga, and today I'd like to share with you some exercises to stretch a little muscle in the butt that can cause a lot of problems, called the piriformis. So get comfy. I will do some exercises standing, some sitting, some laying down, perhaps some on the ball, and some for different levels of flexibility. You may find that you need to do some of the exercises standing because you're out running or there's nowhere to lay down or sit down. So as long as you've got good balance or hold on to something, bend both legs, bring the weight onto one leg, bring the opposite foot across the knee, relax the knee down as much as you can and go forwards with a straight spine. So getting the stretch across the butt. Looking from the side, we squat down, keep a nice straight spine, bring the weight onto one leg, bring the opposite leg across the knee, relax that knee down, you can give a gentle pressure and then sit the bottom back, keeping the back straight. And we're looking for the stretch from the sacrum across to the hip. Keeping the neck nice and soft, find where you can be. So you may go quite far or you may just be up here. On the other side, we're going to squat down as far as you feel comfortable with a straight spine. Bring the weight to the opposite leg, bring the leg across in a figure four and gently sit back. So as soon as you find that stretch, you want to back off a little, breathe and approach the stretch gently with the breath. Now you may even want to go all the way or even with your hands down to the floor. Just find what works for you. For a seated version of the figure four, find a comfortable position, bend the leg up and place it across the opposite knee. So we're looking for that figure four position. We can give a little bit of pressure on the knee. So to get more space, we're going to take the hands, thumbs in, wrap them around the top of the legs, top of the thighs, press down gently and have a little wiggle. So we're just getting a little bit of mobility between the hips. You can have a little circle between the hips and the pelvis and through the lower back. It should feel really nice. Just gently mobilize. Now your leg might just be up here. Just be where you can be with it. Breathe, and then we're going to gently slide forwards with a straight spine, and that might be far enough, or you might find that you want to go all the way. We never want to force anything, so when you feel that tension across the butt into that top of that hip bone, back off a little, find where you can be, breathe and gently approach it a little further with the breath. On the other side, cross the leg over, lift up nice and tall, wrap the hands around the top of the thigh bones, lift through the spine, have a little gentle wiggle side to side, very easily, very subtle, very gently. Few little circles, one way and then the other. Just meet the tension and invite it to let go. Sitting up nice and tall, we can put a bit of pressure on the knee if we want, without creating tension in the knee. Lift up and gently slide forwards. Find where you need to be. You might get enough stretch just here, or you might want to go all the way. Whatever you do, keep the back straight, neck in neutral, and remember to use the breath. If your hip is quite stiff and you're not able to get the figure four, you can put your underneath leg up on a ledge of some sort that's stable, and then cross the foot over wherever you can be. It may be under the knee, or it may be further down. Make sure that the knee is safe, and if it's uncomfortable to do the wiggle, then leave that out. And find your point, relax the knee, lift up in the spine and gently slide forwards. On the other side, bring the foot up, keep this leg stable and bring the other foot on top. Find where you can be. You might not even want to be that high. You may find that it's far enough just to bring your foot up at this angle and not have the underneath leg up so much. Experiment and find what's comfortable, because we want to keep the hip nice and loose while we're doing the exercise. Lift up nice and tall, have a little wiggle if it's comfortable, feel the space in the pelvis between the hips and the low back. Lift up nice and tall and gently slide forwards till you meet that little sweet pain across the butt. Breathe into it and invite the body to let go. If you're comfortable with the figure 4 and you want a little different angle on the stretch, take the figure 4, then take hold of the outside of the knee and draw it up gently to the opposite shoulder. So getting that twist across the piriformis in the butt. If you want a little more, you can have a gentle twist to incorporate that with the lower spine. Bringing it up towards the opposite hip till you find that sweet spot. Breathe into it and let go. On the other side, crossover figure 4. We're going to draw it across to the opposite shoulder and looking for the sweet stretch across the butt. If you want a little more, gently lift and twist towards that side so you feel that stretch through the butt and to the back gently. We can do a version sitting on a ball if you have a ball, and it gives a little bit more mobility in the whole pelvic region. It also is a little bit more challenge to balance, so make sure you're okay. Use your core, feet wide apart, and bend the leg up and cross it over. Depending on the size of the ball, it could be a little deeper stretch. Lift up nice and tall and gently slide forwards. So once you're there, you can have a little wiggle forwards and backwards gently. Few little gentle circles. It's almost like giving a little massage. And the other side, make sure that the opposite leg is engaged to keep the balance. Cross the foot over, lift up nice and tall. That may be enough. Find where you can be and make sure you've got your core to keep your balance. Might have a little wiggle, a little circle. Find where you can be, or you can go all the way and possibly bring the hands down and have a little wiggle backwards and forwards where you've got the stability here. Just be where you can be and work where it works for you. Laying down, I always like to lengthen through the spine to make optimum space in the vertebra. Bend the feet up towards the bottom, lengthen in the spine just for a good alignment. Cross the foot over, relax the knee down as much as you can. If that's too far, just be where you can be and you may not go any further. We're going to feed the hands through the leg, take hold of the opposite leg, nice long spine opening across the chest, and draw that leg down towards your chest, and we're stretching across the butt, the piriformis muscle, keeping the knee going that way. You can use the elbow against the knee gently if that works for you, and find where you can be. We want to find the sweet release, and if you're flexible you may want to go further, and release. On the other side, cross the opposite foot over, relax the knee down, use the core, nice straight spine, feed the hands through, bring the leg up towards you. Both sides might be different. Find where you can be, draw that in towards you. Once you meet a tension in the butt, let it talk. We don't want it to scream. So find where a slight tension is, back off a little, breathe and gently draw the leg towards you, relaxing in the upper leg, encouraging the piriformis to release. For a slightly different stretch, we're going to take the hand outside the knee and draw it across to the opposite shoulder. The foot may relax down a little bit, just allow that to be. You can also use the opposite hand to hold that hip open a little bit and down so you're getting space in the joint, and draw the knee across to the opposite hip. The bottom may come up a little bit. Find where you get that stretch in the piriformis. On the other side, take the knee up towards the opposite shoulder, Gently lift it up. Find the point that works for you, where you find that sweet stretch across the piriformis. Again, you can use the hand to open the joint gently. We can do a sitting down figure of 4. So bring the leg we're going to stretch into a square and take the other leg behind, also in a square. I like to press my hands down into the mat to make space with all the joints, the pelvis, the hip, the lower back. And then from there, keeping that lift, we're going to gently slide forwards and find where you get that sweet stretch across the piriformis. Breathe into it. So if you're quite flexible, you might want to go all the way, and you might want to reach your arms forwards and relax down there. On the other side, find the square with the front leg that you're going to stretch. Press the hands into the mat. Lift up, give a little wiggle to make space. Again, make sure it's comfortable. Keep that length, bring the bottom down. If you're more flexible, you can walk forwards and relax down there and breathe. If you're less flexible, just gently lean forwards till you find that stretch across the piriformis. For a deeper stretch, we're going to do pigeon. So tuck the front leg, the one you're going to stretch. I would bring it a little less than 90 to start with. Take the opposite leg behind you, tuck the toe under, lift the heel up, reach the leg away with the knee pointing down and release the foot. Now again, I like to do the lift, so lift up through the spine using the hands. Have a gentle wiggle just to use a bit of traction, create space in the pelvis, in the hips and in the back. Keep that length as you bring your bottom down, and then lengthen. Walk forwards, lengthening the front of the body. You can either put the head on the hands or you can reach them forwards. You can have a little wiggle, make sure that the muscle is talking and not shouting. Otherwise, tuck the foot in a little. Come back up. If that wasn't enough, you can bring the foot gently a little bit further forwards. Again, lift up and then go forwards and relax down and breathe and invite this muscle to let go. On the other side, tuck the front leg in, extend the other leg away from you, tuck the toe under, lengthen away in that leg, knee points down, and then point the toe behind you. Press the hands into the mat to lift up a little, have a little wiggle, let everything ease through. It should feel lovely. Keep that length and bring the bottom down, and then walk your hands forwards. Rest the head on the arms or bring the arms forwards. Have a little wiggle gently. Keep the breath, keep the awareness. If we want to gently release with the breath. Again, if you want a bit more, gently bring the foot further forwards. Lift up again, make space. Keep that length as you walk forwards. Another option is to put some cushions or a block underneath the butt of the bent leg and go forwards. You could also put some pillows under your chest so you can relax into that and let go. We could sit with pillows under the bottom. Have this leg wherever you find that's comfortable without creating strain. Lean forwards and you could just rest on the cushion and relax your head down, let everything relax. Have a gentle wiggle. I have another video on the piriformis which is about laying on some balls. It's not for everyone, and especially not if you have serious sciatica. And some of my patients start off using rolled up socks because the balls are too much. If you get it in the right place, it can really help release that piriformis muscle and up the back. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your piriformis stretches and the benefit it can give you for your butt pain, for your back pain, for sciatica, and everything should be taken carefully and comfortably. Any comments, please write, like, subscribe, and I'll be happy to interact with you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. I'm passionate about sharing my yoga journey and all the wonderful things that yoga has to offer for our life and our benefit. And I really look forward to sharing more with you and hope you join me more on my journey. Please like, subscribe, chat to me, ask me any questions, and connect with me on my other channels. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's LinkedIn, my Facebook page, my website. So thank you so much. That's Lynn Bridgeford, Aether Biosh Yoga.